Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the den. I am Rob. Today, we're going to be talking about the film Predator Badlands, the latest film in the classic 80s franchise Predator that has been kicking out the jams since Disney took over 20th Century Fox. They had, of course, Prey that released, they had Killer of Killers that released more recently, and then now Predator Badlands is on the theater screens around the world, man. So hopefully around the world. I don't know about all the world's releasing of movies, but it is out there in movie theaters now, man. So let's throw up this poster, talk the details of the film real quick. Film is rated PG-13 for strong sci-fi violence. Runs in at 1 hour 47 minutes and is classified as a sci-fi action adventure drama mystery thriller film, man. So they got all areas covered with this movie right there. So Predator film, first and foremost, spoiler free, of course, as possible. We're not going to talk about any spoilers. If you've seen the trailer, I will talk about things that happen in the trailer. If you have not, again, I will talk about things that you see in the trailer for the most part, but not fully spoil the movie by any means, man. So, mention the movies that recently happened. Like, I really enjoyed Prey. I thought Prey was very well done. Um, Trachtenberg did this film as well. He's done all the Predator stuff, I believe, since Prey into Killer of Killers and now this one. I have not seen Killer of Killers yet, but I've heard very positive things. But Prey was awesome. Prey was fantastic. I thought it was a new welcoming to the Predator franchise, a new look and feel and vibe and cool world and all that stuff they were doing with that film and just respark that franchise, right? And then now with this movie talking about the runt of the Predator clan, I think they're called Yagways. I mess it up. Maybe that's the name of the freaking Gremlins. I don't know, but not as verse in these films. I know they said it multiple times in the movie that I just saw, but out of my head very quickly. But the film is following the runt of this Predator clan and a group and all that stuff. So it's like, what can this predator do? You've already seen in the trailer and all that stuff, smaller than the predators we're used to see and all that. And just, of course, that different look and all that. And we're like, oh, it's interesting. Let's see what's going to happen on um, this run with this movie and all that stuff. And it's like the cool part of it, the action adventure part, obviously sci-fi. We already know that with, the Predator franchise that we've seen in the past and all that stuff. I think the movie is mostly, of course, sci-fi, but action adventure. And the adventure part is this character going on this journey to prove themselves as a capable warrior for the Predator clan to go. They're going after a big bad, man. They're going after a big bad to claim their trophy to prove that they are worthy of being considered part of this freaking clan, part of this journey, that they can do it, that they're not just the runt of the small one anymore. Like they can handle themselves and all that stuff. So that's the adventure that we're going on. And on this adventure, we run into Elle Fanning's character in this film, which, by the way, Elle Fanning, absolutely fantastic in everything she's done. I remember the first time I saw her, I think it was, I know it was the movie Super 8. I'm like, this freaking girl. Obviously, she's Dakota Fanning's sister. We know how good Dakota is. And you see her in Super 8, like, this freaking girl can act her behind off. Very young in that movie. And just through the years, she's been fantastic. In this movie, she's so freaking hilarious. She's charming. She's awesome. We love her character. You can love her character very quick, and it becomes like a buddy film with those two as they go on this adventure together because they need each other in a way, right? And of course, the Predator clans are very solo. They don't want to work. This character doesn't want to work with anything. He wants to prove himself by himself. But in a way, and then we're not going to talk spoilers, but there's a way that it works out to where Elle Fanning's character is going to be needed by the Predator, and the Predator needs Elle Fanning's character for her mission as well. So they end up going on the journey together and all that stuff, which is hilarity. You kind of like, if you think about the movie Shrek and the way Donkey talks a lot while Shrek and Donkey are going towards slaying the dragon to save the princess and all that stuff. Like, that's kind of how this movie feels for a good bit with the Predator walking in this adventure, going after its trophy, if you will, and Elle Fanning's character, and you can see in the trailer, strapped on his back for part of this movie because obviously he's bringing the character along with him, and so he's carrying her on her back, and it's freaking hilarious. She's talking and yapping a lot throughout the movie. It just reminded me of Donkey from Shrek and all that stuff. It was just hilarity by all means. It's just such a fun character, but even with that funness, you get emotion involved with her character and with the Predator's character as well. I can't remember if the Predator has a name in this movie. I'm sure it does. I know it does, but again, out of my head so quickly. But I love the dynamic between those two and how the things build throughout the film and all that stuff. Sci-fi, awesome stuff happening in it. Action, awesome stuff happening. It's PG-13, so you got some sci-fi violence, not insane, over the top violence, but really cool things happening in this movie with like battle scenes and all that stuff and how gnarly those things can get. Like cool stuff. Very much say see it on the big screen with freaking the sounds going crazy and all that stuff around you and just the theater shaking while you're watching it and all that from the sound. I didn't see like a 40x or anything. We don't have one of those around me, but like even in like an RPX or something like that where you can have like the sound vibrating in the room and all this stuff while you're watching. It's just so cool. And just I prefer seeing movies in theaters anyways, no matter what it is, whether it's this movie or Begonia like I saw last week, um, or any kind of movie. I love watching movies in theaters, but so cool. Like great. The story is good. Like the story is really freaking good. Very well put together. Looks awesome. So worth your time to see in theaters, man. So if you like to pray, you know how Trachtenberg's style is and all this stuff. You get that here. Again, this is another new world that we're running into and all that stuff. The Badlands, all these crazy characters. Think like Skull Island. If you see the movie Skull Island, how there's all these kind of creatures and stuff going on around there. It's going on around here as well. Comparing the movie Shrek meets Skull Island, but the Predator thrown into it, man. But it was a fantastically fun time in theaters, man. Like I thought it was really really good. Again, story very well handled. The acting performance is fantastic. Elle Fanning, so freaking good. She's playing two roles in this movie. Um, Perfect in both of them. Fantastic actors, of course. And I love the dynamic between those two. I love the story they built around it. I love the emotion that's put throughout the film as well. It all blends very well together. And there is not necessarily credit scene. I guess you can say so. There is not like middle of the credits or at the end of the credits, but like right after the title card reads for the credits, it goes right back into a scene real quick that's setting up obviously the future for the franchise. And I believe the movie did very well when it released last week. So I think we do continue it on, but round of applause to them, man. They've been doing great stuff. Again, I love to pray, and I really enjoyed this movie as well, man. I think they're doing great stuff over there. I need to see Killer of Killers, but that's my quick thoughts, man, on Predator Badlands. If you saw it when it released, or if you've seen it since it's released, like myself, drop your thoughts in the comments below, man. But I like to always remind you, happiness can be found even in the darkest times. So trust in yourself, believe in yourself, follow those dreams, give yourself some peace, man. Be easy on yourself. I know the world's crazy, but look after yourself and keep fighting for those goals and fighting for those dreams, man, and you'll achieve them for sure, man. Just believe in yourself, follow those goals. You matter, man. But appreciate you all watching this review here. I'm gonna have a couple more coming out. I saw 3 movies over the weekend, so we're gonna be doing all those reviews here as well, and maybe some more fun things to come on this channel. But appreciate you hanging out with me as always, and I like to remind you, you matter, and hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, week, month, the year. Talk to you next time in the den.